All right, Lagos, you've run took you around the world in 2 minutes, and now you're back here on Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. Do you agree with the NSAS protesters? Yes, we're still covering the protests. We're giving you the facts, the hard facts about NSAS. I guess you could call them the NSAS facts. And that brings us to our big hard fact today. Amnesty International documented at least 82 cases of torture, ill treatment, and extrajudicial execution by SARS between January 2017 and May 2020. 82 cases in 3 years. If you do the math, it comes to about 2 cases a month. Both those cases, a lot of those cases are cases that were just reported. But these cases, right, are only the cases Amnesty International has gotten reports about. What about all the other ones? If you think about it, that's why we have protesters on the street. And that's why the government seems to be agreeing with them. We've had the President, Muhammad Buhari, and the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, both say that SARS has been excessively violent. And of course, they've announced the disbandment of SARS. But the question now is, what next? What next on the street, where the young people are saying that announcements are not enough? And what next in the halls of government, where government is saying, we've given a little, so you give a little? And what actions will they take to address the grievances of these peaceful protesters? It's on that front that I bring you a bit of breaking news. There's been a meeting between the IG, the Nigerian Human Rights Commission, and a group of so-called stakeholders. That's according to Bashir Ahmed, the president's media aide. In that meeting, they made some recommendations to the police and the government. So here are the recommendations. First, they want the police to release all arrested protesters unconditionally. Now, some may say that there's irony here. Government is acknowledging that police arrested peaceful protesters who were protesting against police excesses. By the way, the Law Students Association of Nigeria is demanding justice for one of the detained protesters who they say was raped by police officers. They allegedly raped a peaceful protester who they allegedly arrested illegally. Let that sink in. The forum's second demand is for the IG to order all state commands to stop the use of force against protesters. And in my mind, I'm wondering why it takes a special order to stop police from using violence against law-abiding citizens. Interestingly, while this meeting was going on, soldiers were beating up protesters in front of the National Assembly complex. If you're watching our live feed on Facebook right now, you're seeing footage after footage of the violence from Nigerian soldiers onto these protesters. They even attacked a cameraman for a media station on Arise News. You can actually catch it all on our Facebook live feed, Nigeria Info 99.3. You can also watch on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. This was happening in front of the National Assembly complex. The forum also called for the NHRC to set up an independent panel to probe accusations against SARS. They also want all SARS personnel to undergo psychological evaluation and retraining before they are redeployed. Now, some protesters don't believe that this goes far enough. They believe anybody who has been a part of SARS should not be allowed back into the police. By the way, yesterday, the IG said the training for the new force that will replace SARS will start soon. So another question being asked is, shouldn't the police hold on and work with the citizens to develop a better training program before creating this new unit? After all, wasn't it this same police command that trained SARS? So obviously, maybe their training methods are not the best. Before we go further, Lagos, talk to me. What do you think about these recommendations from the stakeholders forum? Do you think they go deep enough? Do you believe that the police and the government will implement them? Do you agree with the protesters who are saying, look, until we actually see these things being implemented, we are not leaving the streets? Are they right to be apprehensive or skeptical? They're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's talk Lagos. 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Sandra.
Thank you for calling. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Akweti.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I had everything you have said. You see, if I had to be saying my own experience, in fact, we will take a whole day to talk about this. You see, we have been pushed to the wall. All these things that they are talking about, we are not listening again. First of all, we want the president to come out. We don't want all these things that they are saying they are doing. We don't want it. We don't want it. The president must come out, and when they answer us, we are still going to demand for him to resign. Because enough is enough. All these things they are talking about, we are not ready to hear them again. We have been pushed to the wall. Then what next? We have to face them. We are not going to do anything unlawful. We are not going to make our what we are doing. We're going to make it unpeaceful. We are going to do a peaceful thing. We are not fighting anybody, but we are fighting for our rights that have been stolen away from us. We don't have a leader. We are all working together for one cause: a better Nigeria, a better future. I don't even want to be talking again. I said something on the morning show. I said, for the past 37 years ago, Nigeria has been run by the same set of people. Enough is enough. Just take it away from me. God bless you, Sandra. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to somebody else. 99.3.
Hello?
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 Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, President Sandra.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, I agree with the first caller, and my motion is I don't think we should stay because we don't trust this government. We don't trust them at all. They must implement it. It doesn't take them a day or two to implement those 5 things. Do you understand? They need to implement those 5 things. It doesn't take them a day to compensate immediately. They just announce it. That is just a promise. Hypocritical hospitality statement. That's what they are just making. We don't trust them any longer. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you for picking my call.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Lagos. Let's talk to the next person. 99.3. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Turn your radio off. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. Please, I'm very, very sure that this thing they are doing is worth doing because these people have pushed us to the wall. In fact, what I'm trying to say is that what the policeman that they can't do anything with any person, they allow us to use our phones. Hello?
If you can, please call back. 99.3, hello? Hello?
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, thanks for calling.
Yeah, good evening. I'm totally in support of what the youth is doing right now. It's just unfortunate that my area, Ikorodu here, the youth are not ready to come out to give support, to solidarity to these people doing these things. We are not demanding even for a brutality of the police. We are demanding that the people that are governing us in this country right now should step down and let other people who are capable go in. The youth of Nigeria.
Right. No. Okay. That's a different demand entirely. That's a new one. No one is demanding this just yet. What people are demanding for the end of SARS. But thank you for calling. We appreciate it. 99.3, hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Palm Grove.
Emmanuel from Palm Grove. What do you think about these recommendations?
Who are supposed to be backing the people from their constituency are not even doing anything. They are now using the soldiers to brutalize the protester itself again. So they themselves that are even clamoring for democracy, they don't even believe in it. If not, they won't be using soldier again after police brutalization on us. So enough is enough. The protest must go on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. We appreciate it. We'll take one more call.
Hello?
99.3.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, hello. I can hear you, sir. What's your name?
Good evening. My name is Kayode.
Kayode, good to have you on the show.
Yes. We have just started.
Okay.
With the end, with the protest on the tax issue, if you just open up for the mess of the government of our present government.
Okay.
Just watch and see what will happen.
Okay. All right, Kayode. Thank you for calling. Now, like I told you before, lots of government officials are coming out to say that the protests are legitimate and that the protesters have valid grievances. The president, the speaker, the inspector general, the Lagos House of Assembly, Governor Sanwo-Olu, and now we have the Rivers State governor as well, Nyesom Wike. Yesterday I told you that he banned the protests, right? Well, young people in Port Harcourt went on the streets today anyway. They went to Government House. They challenged him to come out. And guess what? He came out and he addressed them. He told them that he supported the call to end SARS. He said, quote, "I can never be a friend to SARS." So we have all these government officials going on the record to say that the young people are right and the protests are okay. And that's why I have to ask again, how come police and soldiers are still shooting and arresting and beating the protesters if government really believes the protests are right? Why have the president, the speaker, and the governor, all the governors, not been able to prevail on the police and the army to stop attacking protesters? Are they not listening to government and security forces? Are they not listening? Why are they insisting on beating and shooting and raping and arresting peaceful protesters? 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. You can tweet at us at Nigeria Info FM. Hello.
Okay. My name is Chijoke.
Chijoke, thanks for calling.
Yes, I'm calling from Ijibo.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. First of all, I appreciate our youths, going out to make sure that we bring change of this, bad, what I call illegal government, But first of all, I want to say something. Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Now, what about this police? When you report you went to the station to make a complaint to station, police will be telling you that you have to pay before they will follow you to go arrest or go out for investigation. So,
well, that's part of what the young people are protesting. That young people are asking that police be reformed so that police doesn't do things like that anymore.
Okay, fine. Thank you for that. Because me, that I'm talking now like this now, I'm a visual person. I have business I'm doing in Ijibo. Before incident in 2 occasions that area boys came and robbed my shop. When I went to report, police say since that they cannot find someone that did it, that they were just, in fact, they didn't do any investigation. So what am I saying? That in fact, police have spoiled this our country, and our government also need to resign. All the people leading this government, leading this country, they have to step down. Okay, look at my shop now. Look at now, visual impaired person doing business. That.
Well, sorry about that. Thanks for calling. The next call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Turn your radio off, sir. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name? Hello. Hello. All right, let's move on to the next call. Sorry about that. 0.3. Hello? Hello? Oh, let's move on to the next call as well. The number to call is 0700-993-993. 993. 0700-993-993. You can also tweet at us at Nigeria Info FM. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Ugochukwu from Ayoba.
Ugochukwu from Ayoba. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sandra, I don't know that Nigerian youth can unite this way. If somebody tell me that they can unite this way, this period, I will without. I like what is happening. Okay. It is not only the brutality of the police or army, but the corruption in this country should be stopped. I have to stop right now. We are going to continue protesting until our demands are met.
Okay.
Or else we will continue doing the streets. Thank you, President Sandra. God bless you.
Thanks. Bless you as well for calling us. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm calling from Isolo.
Okay. Hello. Thanks for calling us. Go ahead.
Yeah. Why this protest are not going on in the north?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for joining us today.
Okay, Sandra.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I think what we should have been seeing for now, those banks, those people that carry POS, they haven't said anything about it. Somebody just paid, the one guy that works in MTN, that dropped his wife off at the hospital on VI. They took him to the mainland. He transferred 250,000. My friend's brother's friend.
Wow.
They should start going to these banks. And you mentioned earlier on that the bank of the women that are, people are helping to feed and then get the protest going. That the bank that their account was frozen.
Yeah.
Which bank is that? So that we all run away from that bank. We need to know. This is not
we're
the time
still trying to get
anything.
Confirmation for that particular
the lady should tell us. They should tell us. And then who did it? They should show us the letter that mandated that. All the people, all the monies they've been stealing, they all open panels and the investigative things. And then the monies are going in and out of those accounts. And nothing has happened. They should go to these banks. All the people that have been taken to ATMs to pay in banks, they should take out their account statement of account and bring out those numbers so that the banks will get those people that own that POS. Do you understand me? These things are traceable, and we have youths that are computer wizards that can do it. Do you understand? So we should get on with it, and they should all give out the names of those that are worked in SARS. They should be mandated to go to Sambisa Forest and somewhere in the north where they are very needed. They are doing good jobs, but they are in the wrong state. So they should go to where they should work. Do you understand? Okay. And then all these issues of, I am going to do this, the more and more are coming for when we demand for change of security personnel and people are not doing anything about it. Is this the way they want us to go to demand for what is right and what should be done? When we say that senators and House of Reps should not be earning so much, they shouldn't be any more than for university professors. So that monies can be used to pay these policemen, give them respectable and accommodation, and then give their children something to look forward to being probably a policeman in the future, not to run away from their fathers and mothers most likely. These things should be stopped. If we have to go on the road to do that, maybe we should. Have a good evening.
You too, ma. Thank you so much. All right, Lagos. We'll take a few more calls and then take a quick break. 99.3. Hello.
Hello,
good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Johnson from Sulele.
Your name is Johnson?
Yeah, from Sulele.
Welcome, Johnson. Go ahead.
Yeah, please, I hope this protest is not sponsored by desperate politicians in Lagos.
It's not sponsored by what?
All those desperate politicians. I want to contest as a president.
Okay.
Please, should be very, very careful about it.
Have you been paying attention to the protest?
Somehow.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Are you still there?
Yeah.
I was asking, have you been paying attention to the protest?
Yes, of course.
Okay. What is it about the protest that is making you wonder if it is sponsored by politicians?
Yeah, not but the point is that I don't want to go to it, but I think it should not be sponsored by desperate politicians.
Okay. But let's even assume that it is sponsored by politicians. What the protesters are asking for, what do you think about it?
It's a nice idea.
Okay. Do you support what they're fighting for?
Yeah, I'm 100% support, but I feel that it should not be sponsored by desperate politicians. That's my own.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate it. Call 99.3. This is the last call before the break. How are you?
Good evening, Sandra.
Good to have you on the show, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Obiane. I'm calling from Ejibo.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in support of the protest.
Okay.
Yeah, and the protest, we even have 1,000,001 protests to be done. But my own is, SARS is not only the problem we have in Nigeria. SARS is a byproduct of bad governance, bad leadership. So if the police force in general will be reformed, our political class too will be reformed too. Like whoever will be office holder in Nigeria must attend something like a leadership or governance course for a certain period, a certified one. That's the criteria before somebody will fight for any elected office. Because we don't have it. Leadership, we are zero minus. And that's the problem. Because SARS didn't just come up by himself. It's directive that a corrupt or a leader give them. That's how they start, and before you know it escalates. So even if you ban SARS from now to wherever they go, it's still the same thing. In every department in Nigeria, need reform. That's my submission. Thank you.
Thank you for calling to submit it. Into Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. A lot is happening with the NSAS movement. There's so much news, so little time. We're going to try to touch as much of it as possible after the break. Don't go away.
An American company in Lekki, Lagos is recruiting for different departmental positions. We need individuals with great personality, strong positive attitude, and great communication skills to be our independent distribution managers. For those that own a car and a valid driver's license, if you're ready to kickstart a career with us, call 0905 637 4258 or 0815 705 0505 to be scheduled for an interview.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Babe, I can't believe I won't see you again till next week. I've really missed you.
Nah, I miss you more.
That's impossible because I miss you more.
Me, I miss you like Ilode.
Oh my. Wow, babe, we've been talking for like forever. Oh yeah. Time to hang up.
No, you hang up.
Okay. Let's hang up on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. You didn't hang up.
Neither did you, Joe.
That's because I don't want to stop hearing your voice.
Aw, babe.
Your pillow talk doesn't have to end when you talk all day long for just 11 co per second to all networks. Dial *311# to get talking right away.
Glow Unlimited. Can't think of a reason why you should apply for a Standard Chartered Visa credit card? 1. A 50-day interest-free period? That's unbeatable. We've checked. 2. Get up to 5 free supplementary cards for your family members. Plus, you earn redeemable reward points every time you use your card. A Standard Chartered credit card is the right card for money when you need it. For more information, please send an email to creditcards.ng@sc.com or call our call center on 01-270-4611 or toll free on 0800-123-5000. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
Football is back, and there are more ways to win on BetKing. With mega odds and the widest market selections ever, you can increase your winnings with an accumulated bonus of up to 225%. Don't have an account? Visit betking.com to sign up now and claim a welcome bonus up to 100,000 naira. Stay safe and keep kinging. BetKing, playground for kings.
Win cash! You stand a chance to win 50,000 naira every week on the Just a Minute game show. Just call in to any of our shows, The Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, The Sunnyside, and Hard Facts. Answer as many questions as possible within 60 seconds, and we will be giving out 50,000 naira every week. Winners will be announced on Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili. Just a Minute. The game show for everyone on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You are about to leave for work, but your driver is late again.
Hello? Oga, you don't go believe what he do me, oh.
Another time, he runs a red light.
Oga, no worry. Road safety, no day.
This time, he speeds over a bump. Oga, hey! E be like say they just put that one there, oh. Why risk losing your car when you can just change your driver? Same way you can port to Airtel and still keep your number. Make that switch today and enjoy all calls at 11 kobo per second. Free data on every recharge and double data for 3 months on the network with the widest 4G coverage.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili.
And we're back, Lagos. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Thank you so much for being here. The big question we're asking on today's show, do you agree with the EndSARS protesters? We're still covering the protests. We're giving you the hard facts about EndSARS. I started the show by sharing our big hard facts with you. Amnesty International documented at least 82 cases of torture, ill treatment, and extrajudicial execution by SARS between January 2017 and May 2020. 82 cases in 3 years. Now, the protesters, like I told you on today's Big Three, are asking for, amongst other things, reform of the police. Now, when we started the show, I brought you some breaking news that the IG, the Nigerian Human Rights Commission, and a group of so-called stakeholders had a meeting, if you believe Bashir Ahmed, the president's media aide. And in that meeting, they made recommendations to the police and the government. So they want the police to release all arrested protesters, first of all, unconditionally. And then they want the IG to order all state commands to stop the use of force against protesters. They also want all SARS personnel to undergo psychological evaluation and retraining before they're redeployed. Now, some protesters believe that this doesn't go far enough. They believe that anybody who has been a part of SARS should be fired, period. Yesterday, the IG said that the training for the new force to replace SARS will start soon. I'm seeing statements, in fact, at the moment, that the training will begin as soon as next week. So training for a new unit of SARS will begin as soon as next week. That's what I'm saying. And they're also asking all defunct SARS personnel to report at the force headquarters for debriefing and psychological and medical examination. So that's what's going on so far. And I'm asking you, Lagos, if you think these recommendations from the stakeholders' parents go far enough. Do you think they go deep enough? Do you believe the police and the government will implement them? Do you agree with the protesters who are saying, look, until we actually see these things being implemented, we are not leaving the streets. Do you even support the protesters, or do you think they're nuisance and they need to go home? Do you think, well, government has addressed what they want? Why are they still on the streets, inconveniencing our lives? I told you, by the way, that a group is currently demanding justice for one of the detained protesters, the Law Students Association of Nigeria. They're demanding justice for one of the detained protesters who they say was raped by police officers. Imagine that. You wake up in the morning, you go out to perform your constitutionally protected right to protest, and police arrest you and allegedly rape you. It boggles the mind, doesn't it? As a Nigerian parent, you hear that about your child, it has to make you pause. As a Nigerian parent, you see that video that I played for you on the Big Three, or you hear that audio I played for you on the Big Three of police officers dragging a protester into a police station, and the protester saying, we're not there, and the next thing you hear, gunshots. As a father, as a mother, how do you feel when you hear that? 0700-993-993. I'll take 3 calls and I'll tell you what the NBA is doing. They just put out a statement. 0700-993-993. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling, sir. What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I 100% support the protesters.
Okay,
in fact,
why?
Now, I'm now beginning to have hope with this country. Because before, in fact, my hope was totally lost before. I congratulate Nigerians, particularly the youth, for the action they have taken. And this is the first step. So they should remember that, the issue of strata of SARS is not the solution for me. But now, what we, end all this problem, as far as I'm concerned, is restructuring. After this one now, the youth of this country, they should please, in God's name, come together as they are doing now. For restructuring support. Because this is what we put an end to the power of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling us, sir. We appreciate it. Oh, turn your radio off. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Abro.
Good to have you on the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, I support the protest.
The protesters?
Because there's a long
Tell me why.
time trust deficit between the elders and the youth. They have betrayed our trust. They have sold us out, and we have, in fact, our generation is almost losing without achieving anything. And so that's my take. But we, the youth, too, we have to be very, very responsible. Because the police, they are part of the social composition. They are part of us. And we keep on changing presidents, House of Reps, and all that. But in as much as our attitude and our values are, ordered away, we will not be what we like. So I believe in the protest, but we have to be more cultured and we have to be more responsible as a youth. Do responsible things and take our responsibility by our hands. So that's my take.
Thank you for calling to share your thoughts. Call and I'll tell you what the NDA has said. 99.3.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, this is James calling from Isolo.
James from Isolo. Turn your radio off. Go ahead.
I'm not very close to the radio. I'm up from there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I support the protest with 100%. I believe the youth of Nigeria will do more than this. The government is in a total mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish them the best.
All right. Thank you for calling. We appreciate it. Now, back to what I was saying about what the NBA is doing. Remember, I told you that they just released a statement. Olumide Agbata, the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, they just had a press conference. So we now have an official position from the NBA. And here's what they have to say. First, just like the government, they are calling for the police and the army to respect peaceful protests and to release all detained protesters. They are also saying that they've set up teams of lawyers to help protesters who get arrested. They also have a help desk for any protester who needs a lawyer or who wants to report a human rights abuse. The number is 0706 210 8806. Again, the number is 0706 210 8806. And that number is for SMS and WhatsApp only. That's the help desk that they've set up for anybody who needs a lawyer, any protester who needs a lawyer or who wants to report a human rights abuse. Again, that number is 0706 210 8806. So those are the short-term steps that the NBA is taking, but they also have some mid- and long-term steps. NBA says they're asking the government to conduct an audit of all SARS detention centers. They call a few by name, like the so-called abattoir in Abuja. Can you believe that? A detention center called abattoir. Can you believe that? They want government to find out who are detained in those places and free the ones illegally held there and prosecute the actual suspects. Then the NBA wants to work with magistrates in every state to visit prisons and police stations once a month to check on the detainees. Also, the NBA is saying that it's setting up a police reform team to come up with a blueprint for police reform. Man, you look at all of this and you just have to be proud of young Nigerians. I don't know about you, but I'm very proud of young Nigerians. But what do you think of these steps the NBA is calling for? What do you think of these steps that the NBA is taking themselves? 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993. Tweet across at Nigeria Info FM. Share your thoughts on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3.
Hello. Okay,
Hello.
Sandra, okay.
Good evening, how are you?
Sashi, hold on.
No, you're live.
Hello?
You're talking to Sandra now. Go ahead.
Hello, is that Sandra?
This is Sandra, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sandra, good evening. Joe from Bariga.
Good evening.
Sandra, what I noticed today when I was coming back, it was tough today. If you are coming from Egbeda and you are going back to Egbeda, Yanishas, and what have you, at the junction of Tower Aluminium, the protesters blocked that road. We were there for complete 5 hours, no movement. I just get back home. I left Okoko. I left Okoko by 10. And I'm just reaching house now.
Wow.
It's terrible there. They are the ones controlling the traffic at that junction, that aluminium tower there.
Wow.
You know, they are the ones, they coming and going. They were the ones controlling the traffic. 5 cars, 30 minutes, you wait. After 30 minutes, 5 cars will go. So it was terrible today. And the police, they are there with their gun watching. So I'm so grateful for that situation, you know. So now the Nigerian youths are taking their position. Congratulations, Nigerian youth. Thank you. I'm very grateful about that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. I'm sorry you were in traffic. We'll say that you're in traffic for all of us. 99.3. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Chika.
Good to have you on the show, Chika.
Well, like I said before, I'm in total in support of the protest. I've been part of the protest, and even if it continue, I'll still be part of it. But I think it's a welcome development for the Nigerian youth. I mean, for the first time, I mean, we've proven that we are not lazy. We've proven that we can make our demand and have it. So congratulations to every youth and every Nigerian who has participated in this protest, because the truth of the matter is that it's long overdue. And for the NBA, I want to appreciate the leadership of Olumide Akpata, the president of the NBA, and the NBA National Executive as a whole. Because I think this is part of the reason whereby a lot of youth campaigned for the candidate of Olumide Akpata when he was vying for the president of the NBA. And we can begin to see the results and the why so many young lawyers, so many youth that are lawyers supported the leadership of Olumide Akpata. Good step by him. And we hope that we continue to see more of these steps in the right direction. Because the truth of the matter is that MBA as a body has lost it in the past. And I just hope that with the leadership of Olumide Akpata, that MBA can come back and take its position again as that human rights protector in Nigeria again. And like I said once again, congratulations to every Nigerian. And I hope that as time goes on, as things...
Hello, Chika? Chika? Oh, sorry about that. Let me tell you, by the way, before I take the next call, that Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, just tweeted that he has met President Muhammadu Buhari to present the demands of Lagos NSAS protesters. He says the president restated his commitment to embark on a holistic reform of the entire police force.
Amen.
He continues the thread by saying that just today, the president has approved a panel made up of civil society leaders to look at all the cases of abuse by the police. The benefits of this genuine protest will be fully realized, and I'll continue to work to defend the rights of all Lagosians any and every day. That's a tweet from the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and he tweeted that a few minutes ago. So that's more updates about NSAS, because there's a lot of things going on in real time, but I'm trying to keep my finger on the pulse of all of it. But let's come back to the phone lines, 0700 993 993 993. Hello.
All right. Hello?
Hello. Thanks for calling.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Good day. How are you?
Okay, I'm Charles, calling from Yaba.
Welcome, Charles.
Okay. Well, I have never been so proud to be a Nigerian youth. I'm really, really proud of how we came out peacefully, to address this issue. Well, throughout my life, I've experienced when people come out to agitate for things. At the end of the day, they go back unsuccessful. Well, with the way, this is going, I believe there's a way we can address this, and I believe there's this is going to end well and bring about a positive change, which I pray. But, in respect to what has been happening, the videos going on and how the meeting is still going on and people are still being, maltreated outside without the government making any step about it, shows that they, in their way, are not being truthful or they are not being sincere about what they say they are going to do about it. Because if you say you are going to prevent this from happening, and while you are making that statement, hello.
Hello, sir. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. We're getting reports that Panti is currently refusing lawyers to see detainees. And it's quite the thing. But we're keeping our eye on that story as it develops. The more we know, the more you're going to know as well. We'll go now and take a look at some of the comments there. We've got one from Tochukwu Chigo who says, people saying banning SARS will increase robbery and kidnapping. Let me ask you, during the outbreak of coronavirus, I learned that people of Lagos were disturbed by criminals every night. It wasn't SARS that stopped the criminals. It was people and youth living in that area that stayed awake to protect themselves and their families, and that helped them to capture some of the criminals. SARS did not catch anyone or help anybody to stop it. A message from Tochukwu Chibo. Tochukwu, thanks for messaging us. Omoshebi Adeola says they should as well look into the soldiers dehumanizing people on the street. They should emulate other forces outside the country. Toya Amoa says, very sad, the whole police plus military are culprits of these brutalizing acts. I wonder what they stand to gain, beating humans like animals. This seems like racism from the government officials to the people. Who do they think they are? The police and military should be ashamed of themselves that they treat their fellow Nigerians like animals. Toya Amoa, thank you for sending that message in. Onibudo says, good evening, Sandra. Please help us tell government that they should handle this issue. If not, it will degenerate to the level that government will not be able to handle. Ugo Maduba says, NSAS, the beginning of other changes Nigerian youth want. You can see what has been happening in this country since this year. Massive embezzlement and other atrocities by our leaders. I stand with the protesters. We've got more comments on Facebook. Okafor Hello God says, this is phase one. The youth will come after the discos and PHCN for hiking their tariff. NSAS, beginning of the change. Behold the power of people taking back their power. Okay. All right. Let's go to Twitter and see the comments we have there. If you just joined the show, hello to you. We're asking if you agree with the NSAS protesters. I told you that Amnesty International documented at least 82 cases of torture, ill treatment, and extrajudicial execution by SARS between January 2017 and May 2020. Post Aho on Twitter says, yes, we all agree, but more to be done because we are going through a lot in this country, not only NSAS. Mroba Sialen Chikazi says, please, how difficult is it to stop the killing of young people? If all agree that what we are asking for is within our rights, why are they not being proactive? Our demand should be the president should, we are not going to, okay, I'm not going to take that comment on air. We've got St. Hillary who says they've not settled the present differences, but they're planning on starting the new training of new officers. Now I know why Korede Bello said most Nigerian politicians are not okay. Last month, I and my friend were discussing, and I said to him, when you chase a goat to the wall and it realizes that there's nowhere to go, it will face the hunter. These people have pushed us to the wall, but now we are ignoring tribal, religious, and ethnic differences to speak collectively. Lagos, these are comments coming up off Twitter. If you just joined, we're asking you what you think about the protest, the NSAS protest. Do you agree with them? Do you agree with them? That's a question that we're asking on the show today. We're also asking if you think that the security agencies are listening to the government. Because remember that a lot of the orders that are being given, security agents seem to be ignoring. A lot of the orders being given, security agents seem to be ignoring. We have a protester who tweeted that he escaped arrest. He says he's safe. He said apparently Agboros were paid to counter the protest, that they shot at and stoned them, and they also beat some people up. He said this is happening in Ring Road, Benin, just by the State House of Assembly. So different reports like this coming out. Of course, there's no way to confirm one word, the other what is true and what isn't. But are the security forces listening to government? Why are they insisting on allegedly beating, shooting, raping, and arresting peaceful protesters? 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. Hello.
I call to congratulate Nigerian youth.
Thank you. Good evening.
Also, I want Nigerian youth to make sure we incorporate it. These government governors, they carry their children abroad and keep them in safe haven and release us to kill other people's children. They are killing other people's children now. They have security votes in millions, in billions. We have to rise up to stop security votes. And we have to rise up to stop unnecessary retirement benefits and pensions in millions that the ex-governors are carrying. They keep their children abroad and train them. And they want the children to come and rule us and rule our children again. And at the same time, they are killing us. Another thing is that youth should fight for every person that can afford a gun for self-protection to have one.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's end the call. Let's not do that. Owning arms in Nigeria is still illegal, and there's a process to asking for carrying arms to be legalized, and that's not the conversation happening here. If everybody owns arms, it will become free for all. Colette, end this call. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling us, sir. We appreciate it. All right, let's go. Let's take another call. Hello?
Yeah, Sandra, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Peter Monse from Shomulu.
Welcome, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sandra, I thank God for what is going on now because I could remember that right from the time I joined your station in January 2012, so many calls have been made about things that are going wrong in Nigeria, but our leaders have not been listening. I think this is the beginning of all protests that we are going to embark upon. For me, if the government is serious with what they are saying, it should have just been a presidential order for how many seconds that all the detained protesters should be arrested and that all the SARS people that have committed this havoc should be arrested wherever they are. I think it doesn't take too much for Mr. President to give that executive order, and it should have been carried out. So I want to say that if they are serious, then they come up with that. I agree with the committee they have set up, whatever, but let them do things that should be done within seconds. In addition to that, I want to beg our youth that we should reserve the energy because the next one will be the protest for the end of estimated bill and exorbitant NEPA tariffs. We have to stop that because the weather does not have light is paying bill. The mother doesn't have light is paying bill. The woman that is selling water doesn't have light, she's paying bill in thousands, hundreds and twenties of thousands. So that is the next one we are going to stop. Then other ones will follow. If the government likes, they should preempt that or they should be proactive and make sure they take action. House of Assembly, they talked about criminalization of estimated bill. Till today, nothing has happened. Mr. President gave order the other day that estimated bill should end. Up to today, they have not ended it. So that will be the next line of action. The government should stop it before it goes out of hand. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. That's where we wrap up today's show. We thank you for calling. We thank you for participating. We say stay here because Conversations with Rufai is coming up. After Conversations with Rufai, we're going to bring you Game On from 7. I'm online as Ezekwesili, Sandra Ezekwesili on all social media platforms. Let's stay in touch, shall we? Until tomorrow when I come back, those are your hard facts, Lagos. Good night.